Because if you were to get caught up into this situation again, it's going to be a repeat of a cycle. And this is a little tidbit of information that I can give you in reference to that. Whenever someone falls into the category of like a karmic relationship, this is going to be somebody where it looks a lot like what people call twin flames. It's like the, union and separation and the union and then some more separation and then the union again and then more separation. But there's a lot more separation than union, because union is typically very temporary, right? But it's some type of crazy chemistry, magnetism you have with this person that you just can't explain. The sex is mind blowing. You've never experienced anything like that in your life. This person just gets you on a level that no one else has, blah, 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 right? But this person also has the power to cause you a great deal of pain, anxiety, making you question yourself and things of the sort, right? Hello, beautiful human. Welcome to the Leo Crosswatchers only reading. I'm stumbling through this because I have not done these in so long. I've literally forgotten my intro. But if you don't know what they are, these are readings that I do specifically for Crosswatchers that are dating a person of a particular sign, and you're trying to get some clarity or some insight or some guidance in reference to the connection with said person, whether you guys are in a relationship, situationship, or this is just a person that you're interested in. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to go ahead and jump into the cards. And I'm going to say, if you're a Leo person, this would not be a reading for you. You know what I'm saying? It's a reading about you. 9 times out of 10, probably not for my subscribers, but that's neither here nor there. You know what I'm saying? So unless you're dating a Leo person, you probably shouldn't be here. So I'm just saying. Anywho, first card out, we have the Emperor in the reverse. That's, of course, Aries energy. I'm not really a fan of this card for the simple fact that it speaks to a great deal of manipulation and a person who is in a disempowered place, but likes to come off very much so that they are in a powerful place. So 9 times out of 10, this would be talking about your Leo person in which you are watching this reading for. If there is some sense of disconnect or separation between the two of you, the vibes I get with this is that this person is still very much being kind of lurky stalky. They're still very much even if you don't know that they're doing this, they're still very much looking at what you're doing, checking your social media, seeing what it is that's going on with you, but, not really engaging. I think that the vibe that they would be giving to you specifically, if this would be a Leo person that you're not, there's some sort of distance between the two of you. So I think the vibe that they would be giving off to you would more or less be that they're unbothered, not really worried about you, or gave you this perception as if, they've kind of moved on with their life and they're not worried about you. But I can tell you that they are. The next card that we have is the Justice card, and that is, of course, Leo energy. That's, of course, speaking to reward and punishment. And I have to say it, I didn't think it was going to get this quick, being that I just started these and all. But I feel with this particular person, they're going through karma right now. And I want to say why that is. It's not so much like... when you think about someone does something crappy to you and you're like, hoping that God punishes them or something of the sort, it doesn't feel like that to me. To be quite honest, it feels very astrological, if I were to be quite honest. I don't know if this person, if they're going through their Saturn return, which would mean if it would be relative to that, they would have to be between the ages of 27 to 30. The Leo person that we're talking about. So for some people, it very well could be a Saturn return that is causing this person's life to be in upheaval. So how I would see it is you dating this person or talking to them or whatever, or being in a relationship with them, and they I don't want to necessarily say that they ghosted you, but there was some type of separation between the two of you. And it's almost like that person turns away from you and walks right into chaos, misery, and woe. You know what I'm saying? The next card that came out is the Three of Cups in the reverse. I don't know why I'm laughing. I don't mean to laugh at this person. I'm sorry. But but it does feel very karmic-y to me, but I feel that it's more like transit related, you know? And if they aren't in a Saturn return, it would be more along those lines of you know, maybe a transit with Saturn or something. I'm not sure what it is specifically. The main thing I hear is with that whole Saturn return thing. But if it's not that, I feel it's something astrological where the wheels kind of turning to where they have to pay the piper type of deal, you know? And I still would want to give a heads up about this as well, because I'm clarifying this Justice card because I'm nosy. And I want to know what this karma is about. But the thing that I would say, and this is just something I'm picking up intuitively, if this is a person, like a Leo person, you were in whatever type of situation with, and you kind of cut ties with them and distance yourself from them, and they're going through all of this, and this is me kind of picking up on energy that precedes this. And child, we haven't done Crosswatchers only in so long, so it's no telling. You know what I'm saying? The last time that, why is my mother calling me right now? It's no telling where this goes back to, but the vibe I'm picking up on is, like I said, this person left. And this is reminding me, speaking of old readings, of a Virgo reading that I did. It was Virgo Crosswatchers only I did months ago, but we'll see if that's relevant. But anywho, what it's looking like is this person walked away from you. They walked into a very karmic situation. You know what I'm saying? And the thing that is concerning about it is the fact that I feel with whatever this person is going through, them looking at you, you're looking kind of good right now to them. So this would have to be someone who left you and potentially went into like another relationship or connection or something along those lines. So them looking back at you, you're looking really good. So especially if you know, had like a glow up or something like that, since you and this person went your separate ways, you know, this person is looking back at you, and it's in a very predatory kind of energy. You know what I'm saying? And it's more or less, if this person were to, and like I said, this is just what I'm picking up intuitively, specifically if you and this person aren't dealing with each other anymore. And I don't even know why you'd be watching this reading, but anywho, but it's more or less this person sees you doing well, and they would want to kind of come back around, and because it's almost like you would be a lifesaver out of the current situation that they're in, if that's making sense. So if you have an ex that ends up coming back this month or even next month, I would be very leery about that. Oh God. Okay. So clarifying the Justice card is haughtiness in the reverse. I think this card came out in one of the soul sessions. I can't remember. Haughtiness in the reverse. So this is literally like what this person is going through. I mean, it can be positive in the bigger picture of things, because it's almost like this person is being stripped. So to give you a concept of this person that it is that I'm talking about, this would be someone who's very well dressed, someone who is always chest poked out, extremely confident, like, you know, their ish didn't stink type of deal, you know, and very narky, you know, teetering on the narky side. Not going to say they're a full-on narcissist, but they teeter on the narky side. But it's like a person who was kind of feeling themselves a little too much. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, and dude, this is just like how that Virgo reading was that I did. And I don't even, well, I know how it is that I'm remembering it because Spirit is telling it to me. But this was months ago. And I remember it was a Virgo reading, and I was saying something along the lines of, there was a person who broke up with you or like ghosted you. And it's like they jumped from like the frying pan into the fire. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they did something horrible to them, right? Like to the Crosswatcher, and they left that situation to get into another relationship. And the other relationship that they got in, the other person did to them what they did to you. I have to find that reading and like link it below. But literally what's happening is this person is being humbled. You know what I'm saying? This is so wild, Magnolia, to be the first reading. But it's like this person is literally, I'm sorry for shuffling in y'all's ear. I hear how loud that is. But this person is literally being humbled, dude, and they're hella unhappy in the situation that they're in, you know. And with this haughtiness card in the reverse clarifying this justice card, it's more or less, it is very like karma, you know what I'm saying? It's like them being stripped of the false bravado that they've operated under. And I ain't pulled the rest of the cards, but I wouldn't even want to go as far as saying like, oh, this person is being healed or changed or delivered. You know what I'm saying? And this is the forewarning I would give to you, Crosswatcher. What this really looks like is this person is going through a karmic lesson, and the bigger picture for them, this could be very good for them, right? Going through this, you know what I'm saying? Because they have the potential to learn a very valuable lesson. However, and I feel this is a pattern with this person, it's like they always try to dodge consequences for stuff. So it's more or less them walking into this situation, them going through this karmic kind of retribution. It's because spirit is trying to strip off this false bravado to get them to really see a true reflection of themselves and to see that deep down inside, you really aren't that happy. You know what I'm saying? You really don't like yourself that much. You really don't like your life that much. And the reason why you perpetually hurt every single life that you come into and cause damage with other people is because once upon a time, maybe they got mama, daddy issues. One of their parents or something or somebody did that to them. So they're perpetuating the same pain that they feel inside of themselves. However, this person has operated under this false bravado for so long that they have started to believe that this is really who they are. Narky, like they're above people. They think that they're better. They think that they deserve the best partner. And if you do one thing wrong, they could just flick you off and find 10 people to replace you, in so many words. But them coming into the situation that they're in now, whether it's a new romantic relationship, because I say that because that's what I remember from that Virgo reading, but this doesn't necessarily have to be them being in another connection. This could literally be them losing their job, you know, them falling into financial straits, them, you know, I don't even know why I need to say this, but like them being in the public eye and like falling from grace or something along those lines. And if we were to throw a little scripture on it, you know, pride comes before a fall, you know, and this would be that fall type of deal. But the thing that I'm seeing is energetically or even situationally, the person that you're watching this about, they understand things around them are crumbling or have gone to shit. When they look back at you, things with you are going really good. So what they're thinking, like surmising, that's not the right word for that because that means enough, but what they're conceptualizing in their mind is like scrolling through IG, seeing what you're doing and how good things are going for you, and thinking about you being their get out of jail free card in their situation. Now, here's the thing. If you're an empathic person and it's like, oh, I could never be, just turn my back on someone when they're in a hard time, whatever. If you're one of those people, I totally feel what you're saying. However, where this backfires is that you're now impeding on this person's karmic lesson, right? So with whatever it is that they're going through, the reason why they're going through it is because spirit is trying to strip them down so they can see themselves and have the opportunity to make the decision with their free will to choose to be different, right? But if you were to be the get out of jail free card for this person because you feel so bad for them, you know what I'm saying? Then they would never hit rock bottom and thus never change. And that would be you stepping in as an enabler to them staying the way that they are. Because I feel heavily with this person, this is a pattern that this person exists in consistently. And if I were to put, you know, an archetype, if you will, on this energy signature that I'm picking up on, it would be like a dude who don't have no car, right? And don't have his own house. And every single new girlfriend he has, he drives her car and moves into her house. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you could put the dude out, right? And he's just going to find someone else and now drive her car and move into her house, you know? So it's always him kind of leveling up based on the relationships that he's in. And the thing I just heard, I've never said this in the history of my channel, but what I just heard was kept man. I didn't know that was a thing. Kind of feel like I need to Google that. But yeah, he's kind of like a kept man and would present himself in the sense like he works really, really hard and he has all this stuff going on, or he has like all these businesses or pursuing some type of artistic career or something. But in truth, it's like the chick he's with is just the one that's working and paying all the bills to, you know, support his lifestyle and things of the sort. And if a woman were to fall on like hard times, you know, or dude, whatever the case may be, if they would just be on to the next person. So the thing that I'm saying is here, CrossWatcher, if this sounds like somebody that you know that you used to date, you know, somebody that you used to know, you know, and they kind of circle back around this month, I would stay the hell away from them. I'm just saying, because they're just trying to not face this punishment or the consequences of their actions. But I can tell you overall, if they were to do such of a thing, it would be beneficial for them, you know? And then on the other side of this, you know, on the other side of this, what I could see with this too is this person not leaving the person that they're with. It's almost like them trying to monkey bar. So it's like, if they are with someone else, it would be them circling around to you to see if they can get a good grasp on you before they ever left this other person, but that other person will still very much be there. Now, next card that we have, child, we got the Devil card. It's Capricorn energy. The next card that we have, oh, Jesus Christ, is the Sun card. Now we're picking up on your energy, my wonderful CrossWatcher. I think I already said the Sun card is Leo energy. Here's the dealio with this. I feel with this person, if this person were to come back around the bend, the weakness for you and this person is a sexual type of thing, because, and this is another thing that's very specific, your connection with this person, I'm not going to say that it's a sexual thing, because I don't feel that the CrossWatcher would see it that way. It's with this particular person, this person would be like your Achilles heel, your weakness. And it's something about when you have sex with this particular person where there's some sort of just different kind of vibe and feeling that you don't feel with anyone else. Like you feel very loved and very like one and connected and vulnerable and just safe, like when you're having sex with this person, right? However, what it is that I'm seeing into this situation is it's almost like sexuality is a weapon that this person uses. So it's kind of like one of those things where if you keep your distance away from this person and you don't have sex with them, you feel a sense of like strength, right? To where you're able to do what it is that you're doing now, doing your little glow up thing, focusing on yourself or what have you. But, and this would be what you would know from your personal experience. With this particular person, every time they come into your life and you sleep with them, it's all of a sudden like all of your power is just siphoned and sucked out. You know what I'm saying? And then you end up just being like magnetized to the person. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to what the relationship is outside of that, it really isn't much of anything else. Like it's not a lot of, you know, y'all going places or traveling, not saying that you've never gone places or you've never traveled, but it's just the dopest part of the relationship or the thing where you know that there's a special connection between you and this person happens when you're having sex. You know what I'm saying? It's not saying that you don't do anything else outside of that, but a lot of how you feel about this person comes from what you feel during that time, because it's almost like another side of them kind of comes out during that time. And I feel that would be the vulnerability point of bringing, if this person tried to come back and you potentially letting them back, not saying that you would do that, but I feel like this has happened before. because what you see, like the side of them that you see when y'all are having sex is like a person, like a softer version of them. So almost like, I don't know if dude like cried, you know what I'm saying, when y'all did it or something. And it's like, and you see this part of him that maybe no one else sees because it's not that haughty, like false bravado type of thing. And I feel that with this person going through this, and if they came to you like in a broken down state, that compassion would come from there, because it's like, oh my gosh, that you know, sad little boy or little girl on the inside is like coming out type of deal. However, like I said, they weaponize sexuality because this is something that this person knows. It's almost like how every single narcissist in a movie says, you know, and here's like a little thing, if you want to know if a character in a movie is a narcissist, they're going to say, and I quote, "I know you better than you know yourself." A lot of them say that in real life too. You know what I'm saying? But whenever they say, "I know you better than you know yourself," it's like, that's the vibe I'm getting with this. Like this person, not saying they literally know you better than you know yourself, but they know your weaknesses better than you do, because that's what they play on. So just like how you feel that connection that you guys have, and this is, dude, I don't even know what's going on. There's a book that I read. I don't know if it was Malignant Self-Love that talked about this. I don't know if it was that book or if it was another one, but they said that with people who are narky, where, and I mean, it's women and men that do that. It's almost like to put a person into submission. They use sex to put a person into submission. That's very much what it is that I'm seeing here. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel, CrossWatcher, you feel that there's like this deep, you know, otherworldly type of connection going on with this person. But it's like this, it's almost like this is a mask they're putting on and a role that they're playing. You know, the next card that we have is the Nine of Swords in the reverse. So and just like how I said, when you sleep with this person, it's like you lose your power. It's almost like when this person comes around and y'all connect with each other like that, it puts you in a place of like you just can't think straight anymore. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I feel what it is that you're really wanting and what you're really desiring in the bigger picture of things is this very intimate, open connection. I feel with this particular person that you've known them for some time. You know what I'm saying? Like dealing with them maybe off and on over the course of years. But every single time this person is in your life, it's like you get off kilter, like you're off base, like anxious, overthinking, paranoid, worried type of vibes, you know? And I don't want to get into like soul ties and all of that stuff, dude. But it's like, that's very much what I feel with this, because it's like the Leo person has an ulterior motive, but I don't feel that the CrossWatcher sees it that way. It's almost like how the CrossWatcher is seeing it is, yeah, the person does have shit behavior, but it's like never considering that, like there's malicious intent behind their actions. And this to me, dude, feels hella calculated. Like that's the thing that I don't like about it, because it's almost like playing on what your vulnerability is, or showing up like, it's almost like shape shifting, dog. Like this person showing up as what they know that you want them to show up as, but they're not doing that for you. They're doing it for them, if that makes sense. I hope and pray that that's making sense, y'all. The next card is the Three of Pentacles in the reverse. Like literally, I was going to see if it was going to be another story that was going to come out with this child. It's not. Like this literally would be for someone who dealt with a Leo person in the past. This is somebody that's not in your life at present. And not saying completely cut off, but there's some sort of distance between the two of you. This person going through some stuff behind the scenes and them literally coming back. Like midpoint of this month. But how it is that they're coming back is like what is it that my dad says? Like the devil masquerading as an angel of light. You know what I'm saying? Because it's this whole sob story. Like they've been watching you all of this time, right? And seeing what it is that's going on with you, they would come back and pretend like they had no idea any of the things that you were doing on the Instagram or whatever, or what's going on in your life. They're just oblivious. Like they have no idea what was going on. And it's like, oh, I just went through all of this horrible stuff and this has happened and, you know, that's happened. But, you know, it's really made me think, you know, you're the best thing that ever happened to me. You know, some little stuff like that. And them saying all of the things that you really wished they would say for so long. It's like suddenly they're just saying all of the right stuff. You know, they're behaving in a way that it's almost like mind blowing. Like they're showing up as like the ideal person you always wanted them to be. You guys sleep together and everything seems to go back to normal, but then all of a sudden, all of this little unrest and anxiety start coming up. You feeling something isn't right, but don't nothing look wrong. You know what I'm saying? For some of y'all, it could be that they're still connected to this other person. You know what I'm saying? Or it could literally just be them trying to escape whatever this is that they got themselves into. You know what I'm saying? And trying to use you as a leg up. But coming back to this Three of Pentacles in the reverse, it's still very much a one-sided situation. Like whatever it is that they say to you or what it is that they're saying is on offer, it's not the case. It's like everything it is that they're doing is very calculated and it's very much to benefit them. Like they're not thinking about like a we, a us, right? They're thinking about how it can benefit them. Ooh, child. And the next card is the Knight of Cups in the reverse. So here's the thing, dude. With this Knight of Cups in the reverse, Crosswatcher friend, the thing that's important to note here, going back to exactly what I said with this Three of Pentacles in the reverse, is this person comes with the illusion thereof of an offer, right? But the cup is empty. You know what I'm saying? It's just a cup. But it's almost like being so excited that the person who you never thought you would get a cup from is bringing you a cup that you never stop to think if the cup is empty, right? You just assume that there's water in it, because why else would someone give you a cup if there were not water in it, right? And I hope you hear the words behind the words in the sense of meaning. Why would this person come back and offer me something or tell me the truth about this or open up to me, right, about what's going on with them, unless they were really serious about this working, right? Which is very logical to see things that way. However, when you're dealing with a person who is, you know, very calculated with their end goal, it's like that's a part of the process. It's needing you to feel exactly how it is that you feel. So my advice in reference to this, you know what I'm saying, would be think about the person. It's like people don't just change overnight like that. You know what I'm saying? Even if a person goes through like rock bottom type of situation, you still have to be the person who chooses to make your life different. And it's not going to be something as simple as like 3 months, 6 months, you know what I'm saying? In a year, all of a sudden a person transformed and it's totally different. I don't know why my mouth is not working with me. And they suddenly transform into an entirely another human being. But the important thing to note here with this Knight of Cups falling under this Sun card is to be consciously aware of a lot of the things I was saying just now is what it looks like to do self-work. You know what I'm saying? When you're naked with yourself, like I told you guys on the 8/8 portal, when you're naked with yourself, when you love yourself, when you respect yourself, when you hold yourself to a certain regard, you know what I'm saying? You have a certain level of self-care and respect for yourself. That's how you're going to treat other people, the same way that you treat yourself. And it's so the same in the reverse. If there's a person who's neglecting themselves, who is not wanting to take personal accountability, is not wanting to face the consequences of their actions, and they're looking for someone else to bail them out, or they're manipulating a person into a situation, not for the other person's gain, you know, but only for their own potential gain, You know, they're going to treat other people as such, and it's like objectifying them, discarding them, you know, and not thinking about how your actions are affecting other people. So the thing that's important here is the work that you guys have done on yourselves up to this point. That more or less would be your ruler or your meter for if this person is truly legit or not. But the thing that I have to say is not to get like caught up in the okie doke. You know what I'm saying? Just because it seems to be a dream come true. Because I feel this person is very much, oh child, look, speaking of soul ties, oh my Lord. We have the Seven of Pentacles. And in this particular deck, I see this as my soul tie card. It's like karmic partnership kind of energy here. So more or less, when we look at it between you and this person, this is a person who came into your life and you may feel like that magnetism or that whole sexual chemistry type of vibe with them in particular is because that was an incentive to keep you with this person long enough to learn a very valuable karmic lesson. You know what I'm saying? However, the energy between you and this person are not much different than they have been in the past, in the sense that it's always been you giving a great deal of energy to this person and them not reciprocating. You feel what I'm saying? And it's staying in this situation, like prior to all of this, it's more or less you guys stuck it out with this person, or may even consider letting this person back into your space because you spent a lot of time waiting in a bad situation, waiting for it to turn good. You know what I'm saying? It's like, if you were really honest with yourself, much like I said, with the whole sexual chemistry and all of that, outside of that, the relationship wasn't really emotionally fulfilling for you. You know what I'm saying? It was always a thought of, if they were to just change this or do more of this or be less like this, you know? And even like with this devil card being here, even if it was like an addiction type of thing, like with them doing drugs or alcohol or gambling or whatever the case may be, that issue is still very much there, by the way. You know what I'm saying? But it was the thought of projecting or triangulating, you know, their baby mama, their ex-wife, or, you know, their gambling addiction. If it wasn't for this particular thing, then this person would be different. They'd be able to be open with me and, you know, love me totally, or they could see how much it is I really care about them type of deal. But again, this person is very much aware of that. You know what I'm saying? But it's almost like a level of self-honesty that needs to happen with oneself to see the truth of that, you know? Because if you were to get caught up into this situation again, it's going to be a repeat of a cycle. And this is a little tidbit of information that I can give you in reference to that. Whenever someone falls into the category of like a karmic relationship, this is going to be somebody where it looks a lot like what people call twin flames. It's like the, you know, union and separation and the union and then some more separation and then the union again and then more separation. But there's a lot more separation than union, because union is typically very temporary, right? But it's some type of crazy chemistry magnetism you have with this person that you just can't explain. The sex is mind blowing. You've never experienced anything like that in your life. This person just gets you on a level that no one else has, blase, blase, blah, right? But this person also has the power to cause you a great deal of pain, anxiety, making you question yourself and things of the sort, right? There's a season for these things. And when that season is up, like when you cut ties with this person, when it comes to a point where it's a time where you should have learned the lesson, or you've learned all there is to learn, because it's a repeated pattern, which is another little heads up. Whenever cycles continuously repeat, that means that the lesson has yet to be learned. You know what I'm saying? But once the time is up on that and you keep coming back with this person, it's like both of these people will literally destroy each other until there's nothing left type of deal. You know what I'm saying? So everything it is that you accomplish or that you build up without this person comes back and you lose all of those things. And then you're left building from ground zero. And it just keeps perpetuating and happening and happening and happening. So much like what has happened in all the soul sessions, CrossWatcher, there is a decision that a lot of people need to make, you know, this month, moving forward, this month all the way into October, because stuff is going to shift epically in October. And I feel this is yet another one of those situations. It's like this person is led back into your life, and you have a choice to either go around the mulberry bush one more time or to not engage and keep it moving with the life that you've built up to this point, my friend. So I hope and pray that that made sense. But I don't even know what to do with this. Like, usually in the extended, I do how this person thinks and feels about you. But this is one of those situations where it's kind of like, why? You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I think in the extended, I'm gonna do something a little different, because I mean, I could still look at how they think and feel about you, but come on, you don't care, So, I think I'll still do that, but I think I may, my people cards are right there. So I think I'm gonna pull some cards too to find out a new person for you guys, or what it is that you need to do for yourself moving forward to prepare yourself for the next, relationship and things. So anywho, I'm going over to my network to do you guys extended. Straight out the gate, huh, Leo energy? That's what's up. But anywho, if you're about that life, follow me on over there. If not, I still love your freaking face, and I will see you guys sooner than later, my friends. Probably in the next reading, because these are grand. Love your face.